Hey guys, so this is a pick a card reading on how your love interest is viewed in his community, his or her community, and just by others in general. And guys, I don't want no defensive behavior. Like, no, he's not viewed this way. Okay, you don't know how people secretly view him or her. Do you know what I mean? So, this is how society or the people they're around secretly view them. So, whether you like it or not, I'm the messenger. It is what it is. So you can choose between three options. One is the lip liner. Two is the lip gloss. Three is the clicker. One more time. One is the lip liner. Two is the lip gloss. Three is the clicker. Okay. So we're going to go to pile number one, which is the liner. Okay, so this liner, it says vital. So what I'm going to take from that literally is that people in society and within your love interest community feel like they're a very important figure, they're a very important person. I also feel like it's kind of hard to try and harm this person, like try and damage them, whether it be physically or emotionally. People find it quite hard because the reason I'm showing you guys the pencil is because I don't want to get sued. Because I don't know if I should be showing brands like that, but it literally says waterproof. So what I get from that is this person has quite a strong outer shell, so it's kind of hard to penetrate them in terms of hurting their feelings, attacking them. They're just pretty much like, okay, what did that do? What did your insult do? It didn't do much. Like, this is the vibe they have. There might be someone, for some of you, there might be someone that raised their eyebrows a lot. Like, when people are talking to them, they might very much be like, there's just something going on with their eyebrows when people really notice their eyebrows. So it could be with their facial expressions or just their eyebrows are very, they're a very dominant feature about them. Okay, let's go. Also, for some of you, like what this person says pretty much goes. So they can influence a lot of people because the pencil, literally, you can write whatever, make stories, make... it's just something that's created on this earth, and usually it stays there. So what I get from the pencil, literally, that this person can say something and to some people is law, or to some people it's people very much value their opinion. There's also a sharp note at the end of it, so for some of you, like people find this person very sharp, so intellectually they're quite sharp. How does the community view pile number one's love interest? Okay, temperance. So your person's viewed as quite balanced. They have their shit together. It's really hard to kind of sway them from what they're doing. They're very much focused. they have a steady is it temperament? They don't show their temper much. They're not very explosive. They're very much um they're not impulsive when it comes to showing emotions. They're quite balanced. I feel there's the sort of person that likes to um think about the consequences of what's going to happen if they act impulsive, so they don't act impulsive, because they know it's most probably going to be a bad outcome. So they'd rather deal with their feelings internally and then act moving forward in a more mature way. The Ace of Swords here is here. So part number one, they view your love interest as someone. Yeah, so I was right about them being sharp. They're quite intellectual. They're quite smart. This person could be quite blunt. They pretty much say what they feel with tact, but it's still honest. So a lot of people, they're a very honest person. They're also someone that can see through people. They can see through the bullshit. Like, you can't, it's hard to blind this person. They'll just basically be like, I know what's going on, but okay. They're not, any type of foolishness, any type of rubbish that you say to this person, they're gonna know that is rubbish instantly. That's pretty much how they are. They could be quite talkative, so a lot of people in the community could feel like they're a very talkative person. And whenever they speak, there's just a lot of clarity. So the way they speak is very clear. There's no mumbling. And this is why so far, they sound pretty much respected by their community. Two of Cups. So a lot of people actually like your love interest. I can see why they like your love interest, because there's just a lot of good qualities here. A lot of people trust your love interest. They feel like they're a very loving person. They're very trustworthy. When someone needs them, they're there for them. They're viewed quite highly in that respect. They might have a lot of close friends. And sometimes people have friends and they're not really their friends. This person actually has a few genuine friends that really vouch for them in terms of them being very trustworthy and very loving. They can vouch for your person in regards to that. Your person is also someone that's easy to get along with. They represent harmony. There's no issues with them, mainly probably because they're just very honest and very balanced. It's kind of hard for people to not like this person. If people don't really like your love interest, I'm getting the vibe that is most probably would be jealousy, because I'm not really seeing any flaws yet. Not seeing any. Obviously, everyone has flaws, but to the community, so far, not seeing any. So they're viewed in good light. The Hanged Woman reverse. So some people might feel like your person can be quite distant, and is normally because people know that when your person goes distant, they're analysing a situation. So they've probably heard some information about a situation, and it doesn't sound right. And instead of them confronting someone about, like, what do you mean X, Y, Z? They're the sort of person that will be like, that doesn't sound right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go home and I'm going to really think about this. And then I'm going to move forward with my conclusions about the situation. So some people find that they're quite distant, but they know that's because the person's trying to assess the whole situation that they was in. So your person is very observant. This is how the community views them. They're very thoughtful, and they like to just analyze what everyone's doing, how everyone's moving. They're on the ball. So that's interesting. King of Cups. So your person is very loving, but the way that they love is very mature. Like, for some people, they're kind of like a father figure. for some people, they're like an authoritative figure, but is more in a loving way, like a father, not like a leader. But like obviously a father is a leader, but you can see how a father would be different to like a dictator, is more loving. So people literally view your person as a very love. If it's a woman, she just has a very dominant energy, and she's very, very mature and very loving. But the thing is, when it comes to the way that they love, there may be quite a cold exterior, but people know inside they're just very loving and they mean very well. So it might look like they're a bit icy, but people know that your person does everything with love and in a mature way and does what's best for everyone. This is so lovely. I like your person, pal number one. I like them. I like them. More information. How's pile number one's love interest viewed by the community? Okay. It took a turn. But we'll figure out what this is supposed to mean. Okay. Uphatch fear. And you have set chaos. So normally I would kind of view these cards as very negative, but I think, well, because the actual tarot had good connotations, good qualities, it represented good qualities of your person. I think the fear comes in terms of, because this person is very much respected, very much loved by the whole community, and they're very mature. It's very intimidating for some people, and they're scared. They're scared because of a lot of reasons. One is that if they go against this person, everyone's going to go against them, so they don't want that smoke. They're not going to know. So there's fear in that respect. Another fear is that this person could potentially embarrass someone. So your person someone could just come to your person like with attitude, and then your person just comes with logic, but they come with logic like, but what you said, does that make sense? Like, logically speaking, that doesn't make sense. And you know why? Because XYZ. And then the person knows that they'll just get embarrassed by everyone that's just witnessing that conversation. So your person can have the habit of making people look dumb. So there's fear in that respect. Some people are just scared of them because it's like, you seem so nice and you seem so put together. That's scary, because what, is there nothing wrong with you? How can there be nothing wrong with you? So people are scared because they're not really seeing any flaws. That's for some of you. Like, your person is just viewed so nicely. It's like, where the flaws at? Where they? Because right now, part number one, your love interest is sounding like a unicorn, and everyone's kind of like, they're not real. So what's going on? You know? I feel like chaos is here because, okay, some of you, when your person gets mad, like angry, it's a whole other person. It's a completely different person. So they're the type of person that likes to make sure that they have their shit together, meaning they don't like to show emotion too much. Emotion that doesn't really make sense to show to them. They would rather deal with everything internally. I did say that. But when they get angry, it's because they couldn't hold it in. And it's explosive. And people are like, I didn't know you could get that angry. So people are kind of scared of your love interest's anger, because they just feel like it doesn't even build up. It's 0 to 100. It is not a build up, like 0 to 100. Part number one, your love interest gets very angry, like out of nowhere, but is rare. I believe they're normally in tune with their emotions. They normally know how to handle them internally, but when they do get angry, it's World War III. So people know this. And there's nothing you can do to calm them down. They have to calm down themselves. Because I feel like for this person, they would have to be pushed to a limit for them to get that angry. I don't know why people want to mess with your love interest anyway. They seem cool. It's crazy. How does community view part number one's love interest? Okay, thank you. Discovery Maui. So for a lot of you, I told you that your person is viewed as quite intelligent. No, but they're really intelligent, and you have the abundance. You have the green man abundance, but I'll get into that. So what I'm getting here is that they're someone that likes to find new information. They're very intelligent, so they just have a thirst for knowledge. So when they're talking to people, they might explain stuff to them that people don't generally know about. So for some people, maybe a bit random, like, okay, how do you know that? That's weird. Where did you learn that? That's okay. That's interesting. So whenever they talk, they teach people new things. They learn new stuff. And it's just very interesting. They're very interesting people. For some of you, they're very cultured. In terms of like within their culture, they feel very strongly about it. They like to embrace other cultures too. They have a strong sense of identity, meaning people know. How do I explain this? It's like they understand themselves. They're not someone that's confused about who they are. They fully understand themselves. They fully understand where they come from. They fully understand how to develop themselves. To evolve in the future, and people see that they work on themselves every day, and they get more and more intelligent every day, and it's just amazing to see. For some of you, this person is a go-getter. For some of you, this person is very spiritual. A lot of people feel that your person is very abundant. So for some of you, your person just has a lot of money. They always have money. They're never missing the bag. They make sure they get their money. You can't stop them from doing that. And people really respect that. They're like, okay, part of one's love interest is abundant. They're abundant. But they're also abundant with friends as well. Like this person has a lot of friends. It could also be a thing where anything that part number one's love interest wants, they will get, because they're just abundant in that respect. Like they can work towards something and they'll get it. People are just like, that's amazing. That's so interesting. People know that if they surround themselves with your love interest, then they will become abundant. Things will work out for them. They'll get more friends. They'll get more money. They'll get more opportunities. So this is the person I need to hang with. I know you guys are probably thinking, that's kind of shitty. You don't even really want to hang with them because they're a good person. Yeah, but they're where the money resides. So they're going to hang with your person. I'm sorry, that's like, I would say 70% of the reason why they'd hang with your person. The other 30% is because they're a nice person. But yeah. Let's get more information. how does the community view partner bonds love interest? Okay, we have the three witchy sisters, the power of three. So for some of you, your person is always in like a group of people. Is either two people that they're normally with, or is a group of people. So they're known as like a trio. They're known to be in a trio, or they're known to be in a clique, and they are the one. I would say people view them as the more wise one, the more. Can you see how these two are asleep, but she's awake? So he or she would be the one in the middle. They're the one that's woke. They're the one that sees what's going on, while the other two or the others are just a bit. They're not aware of their surroundings. But your love interest is. They have the reputation of that. They're the smart one in the group. I'm sorry, I know that's rude, but that's how they're seen. For some of you guys, the community may feel like, why is your love interest hanging with these people? They don't do nothing for them. They don't help them elevate. They keep doing the same boring stuff, the same day-to-day stuff, and they just feel like your person should be hanging with people that can help them progress and help them do better in life. But they're hanging around. Some people, like your love interest hangs around with bums, or they hang around with people that have no ambition. And the community is just like, why would you do that to yourself? So yeah, that was a message for some of you. And also, like, 9 is here, so it's not 10, it's not a completion. So it literally is saying, like, if your person wants a new beginning, if they want to evolve into the person that everyone knows they potentially can be, they need to kind of drop these friends, because they're not helping them like elevate in any sense. They're kind of stifling their growth. So yeah, personal powerful growth. This kind of, for some of you, your person is very, so I just want to show you guys, you see the way she looks is very, it's like she understands your pain. And I feel like your person is a very empathic person, or empathetic, however you want to say it. They understand people's feelings without them having to say much. So that could be because they're very observant and very intelligent. So they're very understanding, and I think they see through people's pain, and they have the reputation of that, in terms of they know when someone's feeling a certain way without them having to say. And for some of you, the community knows that your person's been through a lot, but they're just like, they're still going to grow, they're still going to evolve. Nothing's going to stop them from growing. Like, something horrible could happen tomorrow. No one's wishing that on them, but it's just like every time something bad happens to this person, they're just like, okay, I'm still going to do what I need to do. No one's going to stop me. And that's how a lot of people view them. A lot of people feel like anything bad that's happened to them, they've kind of turned it into a life lesson. And instead of just being resentful and angry about it, they're the type of person that'll be like, okay, well, what I've learned in this situation is X, Y, Z. I'm kind of happy it happened. And now moving forward, I'm going to carry that life lesson and make it change me, or make it evolve me into a better person. So it's fine. It's not even really an issue. So that takes a lot of power to do. It takes a lot of bravery to do. And people really respect that about your person, because it's like they're forever changing in a good way. So they don't see their misfortunes as misfortunes. They see them as karmic lessons. And one more card. Okay, Grumpy Red Fairy, be yourself. Be your true self. But it was reversed. So, as you can see, she's very angry. But it's like, people kind of know that your person gets very angry. They kind of would like it if they there was a balance, because what your person tends to do is they will hide their anger, and because they've bottled it up for so long, eventually it will just come out, and it comes out in really horrible ways, really volatile ways, because it's anger that's been suppressed. So people feel like maybe they could try and manage their anger a bit. Like when they're angry, they could try and find some moderation, or find an outlet for their anger, like maybe go to the gym, or I don't know, go boxing or something. Some find a hobby that can release their anger, because they suppress it too much and it just comes out in really bad ways. And then for some of you, they feel like they don't deal with anger well, and they feel like, some people feel like when your person is angry about something, they should just be honest about it. The thing is, they're open about everything, but when it comes to their emotions, especially when they're angry, they won't be very vocal about it. And for some people, it's kind of like, if you just expressed a bit of anger, or just explained that you was irritated about something, it wouldn't have turned so volatile later on. So that's how people view your person, pile number one. If you like this reading, like and subscribe to my channel. If you want a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. But now I'm going to go to part number two. Part number two, this is if you chose lip gloss. Cool. Okay, so for some of you, I'm feeling that your person is viewed quite glamorous, quite popular, quite trendy in the community. Your person is viewed, they have a very, so my lip gloss is pink, and I do associate that with the crown chakra. So they have like a very spiritual type of energy, is a very airy fairy type of energy. I'm not saying that they're dumb, I'm saying that they just have a strong connection with the divine. They have a strong connection, with whatever deity they believe in. Even if they are, let's say, atheist, they is a very dreamy type of vibe that they have and that they're known for. To some people, your person can be quite clingy. They can be quite clingy. For some people, the way that this person speaks, they're very good at sugarcoating things, or the way that they speak is very nice. So even if they had to tell you like the worst news ever, it would come out not so bad. It would come out quite okay. I mean, you kind of just told me I'm ugly, but I don't know, you kind of said it. If I was to give an example, like if they wanted to say like your shirt is ugly or something like that, they would kind of say something like, that's an interesting shirt. Yeah, but you have like loads of shirts, right? Like show me like your wardrobe. So like, I just want to see like what type of fashion you're into. And do you know what I mean? You didn't even know that was an insult, but they've asked to see your wardrobe so that they can try to persuade you to dress in a different way so that you don't embarrass yourself or something. Do you know what I mean? So the way they speak is like butter wouldn't melt. And this is how the community views them. But we're going to get some information. And for some of you, because there's a cap on my lipstick, is literally that some people feel like your person caps a lot. But I think it's because they say things in a really nice way. Some people kind of feel like, is what you're saying even true, or are you just trying to be nice? Like, so for some people, that is how the community views your person. For some of you, your person is just very charming. They have a reputation of that. The bubbles in the lipstick are kind of giving me a feel that your person thinks a lot. So for some of you, your person has a reputation of daydreaming a lot. Whenever people talk to them, they kind of might be like, "Huh? Oh, you was talking? Oh, sorry, what did you say?" Like, they have the reputation of sometimes just not being there. They've just gone to another zone, planet. They went somewhere else during the discussion. Strength reverse. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, this person knows when to be submissive. I don't like using that word, but what I mean by this is, you know, sometimes when people are getting disrespected, and they feel like they need to defend themselves, and they're like, "No, how dare you speak to me like that? Don't ever in your life speak to me like that," and they're ready to, you know, rumble. This person is kind of like, "Okay, calm down. We don't have to get physical. Let's talk, and maybe we can come to a compromise. We don't have to do this." So they kind of know how to just chill to make the situation better, or to help the situation that they're in, so that everyone is just calm in it. But then to some people that can be perceived as a weak thing to do, but then in my personal opinion, I think that's a very strong thing to do, for you to kind of back down so that there is harmony. But in fact, that can be quite intelligent in some respect. But then some people kind of view it as, your person has no backbone. Like, really, you just let, like, pile number two's love interest, just let someone just violate them like that. They're not even going to defend themselves. For what, friends? That's how some people view a person, unfortunately. Sorry, but it is what it is. How's community view pile number two's love interest? That's a lot of cards. I can't take all that, guys. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. How does the community view pile number two's love interest? Okay. You have the High Priestess. So for some of you, you are very, when I said that, remember I did say that some people view your person as very spiritual. The High Priestess kind of clarifies that. So it's technically saying that people feel like your person has good intuition. And this is sometimes why they back down, because they know it would be dumb to get physical and violent in this situation. It's not going to help anything. So they kind of know to just chill. Does that make sense? Also, they can kind of tell, because you see her third eye's open, they can kind of tell when a situation is going to go downhill, so they're just not going to try and make more problems in the situation. They can sense when something's wrong with someone. They can sense when something's going to happen. So for a lot of you, they are very good predictors. So they might say something to their friends like, "Oh, this and this is going to happen tomorrow. Oh, you see that situation there? This and this is going to happen." And then it happens. And then people are like, "How did that happen? How did they know that?" They don't know. So for some of you, this person is known to be like a witch. But just in case people get offended by that, it's just someone that's just very spiritual, someone that just knows what's going to happen next. This person could be known to be a healer, in terms of, a healer. They know how to make people feel better about themselves. They're very calm, very loving, and very therapeutic. How's community view? Number two's love interest. I can't take all that. They have such strong opinions. But you know what? Yeah, the Empress came out a lot of the time. So your person is viewed as so some of your person is viewed as the Empress. But I'm gonna see if it comes out again. Okay. King of Swords. This is giving me Pisces energy, like Pisces, Cancer. It's kind of scary, but literally, this person is like 1 minute is very spiritual, and ooh, and like it's giving oracle. That's what it's giving. But then in the next minute, they turn into this very logical person, and then there's no moderation. Like, so for some people, they have the impression that your person is just a very spiritual person, and a very, very connected to the divine. So when they're talking to them, they're kind of expecting a like a spiritual response, I'd say. But then the next day when they talk to them, they can come with a very logical response, and a very, it's like kind of the opposite of spiritual. I know logical and spiritual are not opposites, but this person kind of makes it like that. First they'll give an opinion in like a spiritual sense, and then the next they might come with, but logically that doesn't make sense. Logically, we should do this and this moving forward, and people are kind of like, I thought it's like they went from Janae Aiko to J. Cole in like 2 seconds. Like they're just like, so wait, what opinion do I listen to then? But your person doesn't realize that they do this, so it does confuse the general public sometimes, well, people that they speak to, because there's a spiritual response and then there is a logical response, and they're just like, what one do we listen to? How are you really? Because I thought you were spiritual, so which one is it? You know? This is quite funny. That came out sideways. I need to... Okay. Knight of Cups. So yeah, your person would be the type to apologize first. Like if there is, oh, that's so good lovers. Oh, they're very much, they're a very lovely person. The community views them as a very lovely person. So they'll be the type to apologize first. They just want harmony. They don't want any problems with anyone. They just feel like it's unnecessary. Why are we fighting? Why is there conflict? I don't have time for it. They're not very egotistical. They just don't see the point. So they're very apologetic too. No, I think I already said that. But if you was to say, oh, like, can we mend things? They will be like, okay, fine, cool. That's fine. I don't want any problems anymore anyways. They give a very light vibe, a very cheery vibe. The way that they love people is quite, is light. So it's not so heavy. It's not like, oh, you need to love me and that's that. It's more like, I love you. If you want to leave, you can leave. I'll still love you. I love you from a distance then. But that's your decision. It's very Erykah Badu. It's very like, I love you regardless. If you want to leave my life, that's fine. The love's still here, but I'm not gonna run you down. Like it just is what it is, you know. That's how they are. Yeah, and they're just known to just be very loving, have strong relationships with people. What else can I say about this? The connections that they make with people is really strong. Like they get along with everyone, but they have like a soulmate connection with a few people. So people are very interested into like, how can you do that? Like normally people clash, but they don't have that type of problem. They're able to connect with people because they can adapt to different people, because they have good intuition. So they kind of already know the person that they're dealing with. So as soon as they have to speak with them, it's like, okay, I know you. You didn't have to say much to me, but I know you, and I know how to talk to you, and I know how to click with you, so we can connect. It's not an issue. So they're very adaptable. I want more information. How does community view pile number 2? Interest. Pile number 2 is interest. Too many cards, 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 too many cards. Community view pile number 2 is love interest. So, whoa. I'll focus in reverse. So that goes back to when I basically said people feel that your person just kind of daydreams a lot. So they kind of feel like your person is not really focused on one direction. If they say they want to do something, sometimes they don't stick to it. And the community is kind of like, can you stick to like one thing? Can you like, they just feel like sometimes your person doesn't really get things done because they have a lack of focus, because they're so interested. Because obviously if you have a very spiritual type of vibe, you're kind of open to like a lot of things. You're open to listen and hear a lot of things. So there can be a lack of focus there sometimes. And people are just kind of like, maybe your person would be in a better position if they had focused more on certain things in their life, and if they didn't daydream so much. Some people feel like your person doesn't take life as serious as they should. So what is the community view pile number 2? Love interest, sacrifice reverse. Okay, you guys aren't gonna like, you're not gonna like this one. No. Sacrifice is reverse. But normally I would kind of read that as someone that doesn't really sacrifice anything. But intuitively, I'm getting that this person over sacrifices, like to the point where it's too much now. So because they kind of do things for others and they put their feelings aside, and you know, they're very loving, and that what that's caused now is this person just has a lack of focus in life, and that's caused them to sacrifice a lot of this sacrifice. I don't want to say their well-being, but they've had to sacrifice their interests, for some of you, their self-respect, things that they want to do. They've had to sacrifice it just so that they can get along with people, but it hasn't really worked out in their favor. And people are kind of like, they need to stop sacrificing now because it's not working out for them. Cool, you have all the friends in the world, but financially, where has that got you? Or even with experiences, like say they wanted to travel, or they wanted to go somewhere, just because their friend Fred told them, oh, I don't even like traveling like that. No, I don't think you should go. I don't think we should go. They won't go. They just won't go because they don't want any problems with Fred. So people are kind of like, nah, they need to stop that now because they're wasting their life away. What's the point of like, some people will literally have a thought of, what's the point of like living if you ain't living for yourself? That was not, listen to me guys, that was not a cue for, you know, you guys to get at me about life and that. Like, this is just like some people's view. Like, you should live for yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. And they just feel like this person doesn't live for themselves. Let's see what else. Yeah, altruism. They do a lot for other people. I kind of already said that. Low-key play. it's just time to get a bit serious. And people are kind of like, they play too much. Your person plays too much. And when I say they play too much, it may not be in the literal sense, like, yeah, everything's a joke, but like they're not taking their life seriously. And they should start doing stuff that they really want to do and explore new things, and focus on what they actually like to do and what's going to benefit them in many ways, mentally, financially, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. They need to focus on themselves. And people just feel like they just don't do that. Bottom of the deck is shape shifting, Sonunos reversed. They do it too much shape shifting. Some people kind of just wish that they would have a bit of a backbone. I know that was kind of rude, guys, but it is what it is. Some people kind of like, what do you like to do? Pile number 2's love interest. Like, what do you like to do? Because I see you do what everyone else wants to do, but they don't understand your person, like, fully. They don't understand what they're about. They don't understand what they represent. They're just kind of like, okay, you kind of do what everyone else wants to do. What do you want to do? What are you about? What do you represent other than spirituality? What do you represent? Like, so, because the thing is, yeah, there are some people that are like very spiritual, and people, they have like a strong identity and people kind of know what they're about. But this person is like, they have a spiritual vibe, but at the same time is like, people don't really know what they're about because they don't focus so much on their spiritual side. They are spiritual, but they don't focus on it. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like, is that just a part of you, or are you really serious about that? So that people aren't really sure. I want more information. How do people view pile number 2's love interest? Pile number, what was love interest? 4? Why did I say 4? Oh, okay. For some of you, your person very much likes to stay in the house. I think that's what for a small percentage of you, they like staying at home, chilling, because 4 obviously represents like the 4th house, which is represented by Cancer. So yeah, that was for some of you. But yeah, pile number 2. How is pile number 2's love interest for you? No, that's too many cards. Yeah, holding on way too tight. And this is with friendships. Your person holds on way too tight to people when they need to basically just leave it alone now. Some people, that's okay. I think I said in the beginning that they cling to people. So it's like, can you see how she's really holding on to, what is that anyway? It's like a kind of wheel, but anyway, I will read the book in my own time, guys. I'm going by intuition. But yeah, she's literally clinging on too tight to whatever that wheel thing is. And that's what they're doing with people. They cling too tight to them. They're clingy. And they need to try to find themselves and understand themselves. And they can't do that if they keep clinging on to people. And that's how the community is viewing them. Okay, well, one was not flipped over, so we're not taking the one that didn't flip over. Invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. Now, some of your person's connections are very toxic, and this is the thing, yeah, because they're so loving, and very I'm gonna say submissive. Sorry, guys, it is what it is. They're submissive sometimes. It is a thing where like people invade their personal space. They have some really toxic people around them that just try and drain their energy. Like they have vampires, what are they called? Energy vampires around them, and they just want they want their energy, they want their attention, and because this girl looks kind of innocent and loving, they know that that's how your love interest is. They're very they have like a very innocent vibe, and people are kind of like, yeah, let me try use this person, let me invade their space, let me do the most, and people are just kind of like, it's really sad. How do we help pile number two's love interest? Because they surround themselves by people that just want to dominate them and just ruin their life. And I'm going to say ruin their life. They have people that want to try and ruin their life because they keep sacrificing their life for these people that don't mean them well. So that's how the community are viewing them. It's slowly turned into a tragedy. It started off so well, guys, and then now it's turned into that you're so nice. These are the consequences of you being too nice, and it's not looking that great. So, what else? Poe. You got Poe. Time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom, but it's reversed. Right. They're just stuck in the same cycles with the same people, and it's pretty much, they won't accept that it's time for them to change the way that they behave because it's too friendly now, and they're allowing people to just disrespect them. And the community's like, that's not working out great for you. Part number two is not. The part number two's love interest, sorry. They won't try and like find out about new things out there in the world. If they did, then they would be more focused on themselves. But because they're just used to the mundane, they're just used to having the same friends, it's just your love interest keeps doing the same thing. And there's no sense of progression because all the energy they do have just goes on people. They're not using their technology with wisdom. Now, when I say that, what you see with their technology, you could do so many things with technology. You could make your own business. You could speak to, family abroad. Like, they're not even doing that type of stuff. What your love interest is doing is messaging these same energy vampires, not talking about nothing constructive, not the benefit in their life in no sense. Like, people are just kind of like, you have all this opportunity to do things and you don't want to do it for friends. Like, this is how people are feeling. So, yeah, I'm so sorry, part number two, but they're looking at your love interest like they're too nice and they're sacrificing their whole life for people that don't give a shit about them. So, yeah, if you like this reading, subscribe to my channel. If you want a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. But now I'm going to go to part number three. Pound number three, pound number three, pound number three. Pound number three, pound number three. Oh, sorry, I'll stop it. Pound number three. This is if you chose the clicker. Pound number three. The clicker is red, so that's really giving me, the community views your person as someone that is very passionate, is very loving, but it's not loving in a woo way. It's loving like, I fucking love you. I love you. I love you. Like, it's very passionate. If they love something, they go hard for it. If they love someone, they go hard for them. That's the type of vibe that I'm feeling so far from part number three. This is how the community views your person. So the whole point of the clicker, because I have a dog, right? So the whole point of the clicker is for your dog to come to you, right? For them to hear it and go, oh, what's up? I was called. So this person, they either have the ability to get people to kind of do what they want, like their demands, because I feel like this is a very dominant person. They're able to get people to do what they want, but I don't really see it in a bad way. So yeah, or when people kind of like, I really need you, can you please come? They'll be like, what? You know I'm there, and they're there. They. So it's not so much like they're following people's demands, but if they're really passionate about someone, they're going to be there for them. It's giving me very ride or die. It's giving me reliable, basically. But let's go. How do people view pile number three's love interest? How people view pile number three's love interest? Oh. Ten of Swords upright, and the Three of Swords reversed. So, okay, guys, your person has been known to go through a lot of bad things in their life. They have been betrayed, they have been accused, and they're just over it. Like, the community kind of views them as someone that's just been hurt, like, over and over again. But the thing about this person is, because they're very passionate and they're very ride or die, like when someone does something bad to them, they're kind of like, I would have never done that to you. So guess what? The connection's done. Don't talk to me again. You can never chat to me again. You can never have a chat for me again. It's done. Don't ever in your life speak to me again. How dare you do that to me? They will end the connection. They will end it if they're violated, like it. And it's not a small violation. Like, if it is a deep violation, they're kind of like, yeah, that's it. Don't speak to me again. We're done. So to some people, they're seen as not very forgiving. Like, they're kind of like, okay, if you do something bad to pile number three's love interest, they will not speak to you again. They will lock you off, shut it down, locked off. They won't know. Some people even feel like your person will go out their way to block people, like, but it's only not go out their way. They will block someone if they've been extremely violated. And it is extremely, because it's 10 swords. It's not one, it's not two, it's not six, it's 10. So it's literally like, yeah, you've done the ultimate violation. That's it now. And they won't forget it. So some people, they feel like your person holds grudges. Like, to some people, them 10 swords could have just been like a small violation. And they're just like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean. And they're like, no, you're done. They're like, no, basically. So I feel very passionate when I'm saying this as well. So this person, they just have a lot of emotion, but it's mainly passion, because it's like, I would never do that to you. How dare you do that to me? Don't speak to me again. And people know this, and they're just like, okay, well, Panophy's love interest, don't want to speak to people again. Like, you shouldn't have violated them. You wouldn't be in that position. How do people, what's community view Panophy's love interest? Two of Pentacles. So for you guys, people view your love interest as someone that can multitask. And they have a lot of obligations. The reason why they multitask is because they're very driven people and they're very passionate people. So if they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. Oh, but don't you have to fix your car as well today? Yeah, I can do the two of them. Let's do this. Let's do this. I can do it. So they will take on a lot of obligations, and they'll manage, because that's the type of energy they have. They do things. Do you know what I mean? They're a go-getter. The Fool. Okay, this is really, it's giving me Aries energy, giving me Aries, giving me Leo, giving me Aries. But basically, people feel like this person wants to do like new things. So they're kind of like, that seems new. That seems interesting. I could incorporate that into what I'm doing, or I could do something with that. For a lot of you, some people view this person as like a trendsetter. They introduce new things and new ways of doing stuff and new beliefs, and everyone's like, okay, that's interesting, that's different, and they find a way to make it work. Basically, sometimes people will just start a new trend, or they'll try to do something new, and then it doesn't work out. And people are like, you really tried to do something new, then you flopped. That did not bang. It's embarrassing because it didn't, go where they wanted it to go. But this person, every time they introduce something new, it works out. It works out. Everyone jumps on it. They're like, oh, okay, so we're gonna do what pile number 3's love interest is doing because that actually looks good. So yeah. People jump on their bandwagon, if you want to call it that. They like doing new stuff. People know that they like doing new stuff. If someone said to them tomorrow, oh, like, let's go, I don't know, let's go sailing, let's go to the beach, let's do something. I don't know, guys. I am a Taurus. I'm very, I wouldn't say boring. I can be a bit boring, but I'm very like chill. So I don't even know what adventurous people like this would be doing. But let's just say someone says like they want to do something crazy with them. They'll be like, okay, I might like it. Let's do this. So your person has a reputation of that, or for that. People view your person as someone that they can have a good time with. It's the 3 of Cups here. Someone that they can have a good time with. Whenever people are around them, they're like, yeah, they have like good energy. People are like, what? Okay, I was feeling a bit down, but you're making me feel lively, so I guess we're all lively today. So yeah, they give people energy. This could be someone that loves to go to parties, and they're kind of known for that. But when they are at the party, they're very interesting, they're very fun, they get the party going. They're someone that gets along with people. They pretty much get along with everyone. But this also could be someone that's in a trio as well. They might have a lot of friendship groups. They might have different friendship groups as well. For some of you, it's particularly 3 different friendship groups they have, and they can't really mix them because all their friends are different, because they like different stuff, and you know what I mean. So they have different groups of different friendship groups. Let's see what else. No, I wouldn't want to violate your love interest, pile number 3, because you violate this person, they will shut it down. They will not talk to you again. I don't even think you should violate them. No, you shouldn't violate someone anyway, but this person will not forgive you, so not to even do that. Okay. How does pile number 3's love? No, that's not the question. I'm not doing. How does the community view pile number 3's love interest? Okay. Altruism is reverse, so I'm just gonna let you guys know. They're not known to do things for other people. They're very much independent. They're very much focused on their happiness and their self. That's something pile number 2's love interest can learn from pile number 3. But we won't go into that. They're very much like, I'm not sacrificing my happiness and anything that I need to do in life for other people, because at the end of the day, that's their life and this is my life. And I need to do what makes me happy, because I'm a very passionate person, and I'm a very independent person. So no, I'm not doing it. And that's how people view them. It's not, and interestingly enough, it's not actually, I'm not seeing it in a bad way. They're just like, I think people are just kind of like, you can't take the piss out of pound number three. If pound number three's love interest, you can't take the piss out of them. They're just not going to have it. They're going to be like, are you dumb? Go away. Go away. And when you go away, go further. They're not having it. Why was I going to shuffle again? No, I already shuffled. Hold on. Okay. Let's go. Beauty. I can never pronounce this man's name properly. Bayame. My ring light will let you see this, man. Okay, so basically what this means is this person's very beautiful. This person, the community feels like your person is so attractive, so beautiful. They just look at them in awe, like, wow, you're actually beautiful. Like sometimes your person will talk and they'll just be like, oh, I never noticed how your eyes glisten like that. I never noticed how they're a nice brown colour. I never noticed how long your eyelashes were. Like people really notice their beauty. So sometimes people don't even concentrate when your person's talking to them. This is, I even think is even like, so obviously I understand that every sexuality watches my channel, but I mean like every gender, I'd say, is looking at this person like, you're beautiful, you're just beautiful. How can you be so beautiful? Is literally that. Your person is someone that can find the beauty in things. Let me explain this. So basically what they do is, some people might be like, that coat looks a bit not nice, looks a bit ugly. And they're kind of like, no, but if you add like, rhinestones to it, or you add, or you just pop the collar a bit, then it doesn't look so bad, It's like a new fashion statement, like. And then people are kind of like, you might be right. Some people might not like someone's personality trait. So some people are like, that person is very secretive. I don't like that. I think that's a bit weird. But they might be like, did you ever think maybe they're not trying to hurt people's feelings? They're not trying to be too invasive. Like, maybe they're considering people's feelings, and actually that's quite a beautiful thing. And people kind of like, I never thought about it like that. That's interesting. That kind of is good. So they have a way of just seeing the beauty in different things. Set chaos. I already knew he was going to come out. You know why? Because there was a red going on. I know red has to do with drive, passion. Right. So this person, when they get angry, it's different, because in pile number one's love interest, like they like to hold in their emotions, and then it just comes out like in a really chaotic way. But pile number three does not care. You're going to hear chaos, but you're going to hear chaos if you're violating. Okay, so any type of violation, you will hear pile number three's love interest's mouth. You hear it, and they're not apologetic, because how fucking dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? So, yeah, they're very. Are you stupid? Like they'll fight you if they have to, because you're not gonna violate them like that. You'll either hear verbal or you're gonna feel something, because and please know it's gonna be chaos, because you should have behaved yourself. This is the way that they think, and people know that's how they think. So a lot of people just won't. They try not to test them, and if they do, then they know what it is. They know that part number three is gonna be like, oh, okay, bet, let's do this. Like they know that's how they are, so they're like, okay, cool. Some of them are like, I don't. I'm not trying to do all that. Aries war. See this, and some of you are Aries. I don't care. So it's either you guys are Aries, or your love interest Aries, or you have this in your birth chart. Yeah, I knew Aries was. I'm just getting Aries energy. Yeah. Or your fire sign, one of something, maybe, I don't know. But Aries war is here. So yeah, this person is like, if you want war, it's war. If you want to beef, we're going to beef for life. You know why? You know why? Because that's what it is. That's what it will always be. I'm not scared. You want to bring the crew? You want to bring the crew? Do you know my crew? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because you want to test me. Let's do this. They're with the shits. They're with it. Like, they're with it. They're with it. People know this. This is how you community reach a person. So, I think that's kind of attractive. I'm not saying violence is attractive at all. But it's the fact that someone's actually going to try it and test your person. The person's like, yeah, okay. Like, they can hold their own. They're not having no violation from no one. Guys, I respect that. I see why you like them. I kind of like them too, you know? More information. How's the computer? Maybe they go on the computer a lot. Maybe they're really good at electronic stuff, engineering, computing. I don't know. They some of you, they're kind of known for that. Just really good at electric stuff. Some of them, they're like really known on social media. So you know. But anyways, sorry, that was a side note. How does the community view? Number 3 is love interest. Transitions to the spirit realm. Yeah, because this person is just all about, because they have like a fighting spirit, people just feel like they're not someone that's just going to give up. They're not someone, it's just like, they're a warrior. People view your person as a warrior. Oh, that one slid. I'm going to take it how it landed. What's that? Clean up time reverse. Yeah, and it says 15. And basically, in numerology, 1 + 5 would be 6. And that's got to do with like harmony, cooperation and that. And because it's reverse, they're just like, no, we don't need to clean up nothing. You was beefing me, you want war, we're not getting along, so that's what it is. Someone's like, okay, maybe we should like, mend stuff. They're like, I don't care to. I'm not scared of this guy or this girl. I don't care to. It is what it is. This person making me, their energy is giving me gangster. Like, this is a gangster. Even if this is a girl, this is a gangster. Like, people don't want it. They know pile number 3's love interest is a gangster. That's what they're known as. When I say gangster, I don't literally mean like a gangster on the road. But in terms of like, their aura is giving mafia leader. It's giving, are you dumb? That's what it's giving. Oh, okay. I mean, I just wanted one more. Be yourself, grumpy. Red fairy is in reverse. So this doesn't mean that this person can't be themselves. No. What I'm getting is people can't be themselves around your person, because your person will say, let's get it then. And they're going to be like, no, I don't want it. It's fine. It's okay. Any type of anger that people have towards your person, they feel like they need to kind of suppress it because they don't want that smoke, basically. And from death comes rebirth. Kali, I'm Kali. It literally means I will never die. They have this vibe of, even when I'm gone, I'm still here. You can't get rid of me. Everyone's going to remember me. And I don't even have to do much. It's just my energy. They have big dick energy. And that's how people view them. So that's crazy, guys. I'm kind of a free person sounds lit. I'm not going to lie. I respect it. If you'd like to read them, subscribe to my channel. If you want a personal reading, look in the description box below for details. But I'm gonna go now. Bye, guys.